exactly 1 minute left till my German lesson. Warm tea ready, notebook. I'm ready to start this weekend in a productive way, although I'm still very sleepy. I am in desperate need of a little catch up and an update of what's going on. I haven't been active because I've been super busy with all my studies and my work. Who doesn't know, I'm actually studying in 2 universities and I'm doing a full-time job, so it truly has been a very hectic time for me, and for the next 2 months I will be incredibly busy. But today and this weekend in general feels like a little safe space for me, because I am finally getting some rest, because I caught up on all my work, all my studies, and I don't have to worry about that during the weekend and just basically finally relax. Now, at first I actually thought about just, being in bed watching movies, and this feels like a very passive kind of relaxing way of resting, but I also crave something more active. So today and tomorrow also, but today I will be filming, I am going to explore the city and kind of feel like I'm a tourist in my own city, because some coffee shops have opened, some new exhibitions are in the city, and I haven't been there. So I absolutely have to get my ass there and finally see the world and just relax in an active way that I love so much. So me and my boyfriend have planned this weekend really nicely and tight. I already have had my German lesson, so that's kind of the only studies that I allow myself during this weekend, and I absolutely love it. This is kind of my new hobby. I love studying languages, and I think it's kind of my hobby. So without studies I felt a little bit like I wasn't living up to my full potential, even though my life has been so hectic. I was like, in the back of my mind it was like always, I need to study languages. So finally I have bought myself a whole package of like 16 lessons, and I have no excuse, because it was very expensive. I have no excuse not to go to those, not to study languages. Hopefully by the end of next year I will be kind of B1 level, I'm not sure. I have studied German before in school and just for myself, something like Duolingo, but it wasn't very structured. So I always wanted to kind of have enough money to actually pour them into studies and find a really good teacher with a nice accent, which is very important for me, and just study in a structured way that I feel like is very important when you do language learning, especially on the early stages. Like, it doesn't really matter when you're B2 plus or like B1 plus actually, but before that you have to go through all the grammars, through all the vocabulary stuff that kind of feels boring. So I was also looking for a teacher who would actually do it like in a fun, enjoyable way, because still waking up early on a weekend it has to be a really good reason to do so. So finally I found myself a good one, and I'm really enjoying it. So it doesn't feel like anything I wouldn't wake up for. So yeah, without further ado, I'm very excited to start the day, go out. The weather is Irish. I don't know, really this year the weather has been super stereotypical. Like, you always get this sun for 5 minutes and then it's pouring rain, and it's just it's I really miss some steady sunshine, I really do. But right now it is gloomy outside, but it's not gonna stop me from having fun. So yeah, I'm very excited to take you guys along, and I hope you enjoy. Arrived at the city centre. First stop, the bookshop, as usual. said in the beginning of the video that it's gonna be my day, as in one day of exploring the city. Well, unfortunately that day I got sick, so visiting the cafe was kind of the only thing that we got to do that weekend. Nevertheless, I was still very determined to force myself out and visit some new places. So when I had the time a few days later and already feeling better, we were out and about on our way to the botanic gardens, which are located just around a 20-minute walk away from where we live. I never skip botanic gardens in cities that I visit, so this trip there was truly a touristic way for me to spend my day. We are inside, but it's very hot in here, so you can see by the camera I left only one spot where you can actually see me. Everything else is like in steam.